Hey everyone, this is Ben. In this video, let's see how to send push notifications using Firebase, JavaScript, and PHP. Let's get started. Alright, here I have a simple index.html on my local Apache web server, and I want to send push notifications to it. Open it in VS Code. Alright, a simple HTML page. First, we need to go to the Firebase console. Alright, here create a new project or use an existing project. I create a new project. Choose a name for it. Hello, Node. Alright, and Google Analytics. Just click on continue. And here select an account for it. I choose default and create project. Alright, done. Our project is ready. Now we need to add an app. Here we have options for iOS, Android, Web, Unity, and Flutter. For our HTML page, I choose Web. Choose a name for it, My Web App, and register. Here we can use npm or script tag. For our HTML page, I choose script tag. Next, we need to copy and paste these scripts into the bottom of our body tag. Copy it and go back to the VS Code and paste it here. Alright, here is our Firebase app config. And here we initialize the app. And this is the analytics, and we don't need it, so I remove it. Okay, go back to the Firebase console and let's check the documents. Well, we've done these steps. Now go to Available Services for Web. And from the services, go to Cloud Messaging for Web. Go to Add and Initialize FCM SDK. And here I choose Web Modular API. And we need this Get Messaging. And also don't forget to import it from Firebase Messaging. Alright, copy this. And paste it here. And import it from Firebase Messaging. Import it like this from geostatic firebase.js. Okay, duplicate this. And here, instead of app, enter messaging. And put get messaging here. Alright, go back to the documents. And next, we need to generate a key pair. Go to the Firebase settings and cloud messaging and web configuration and web push certificates. Alright, let's go back to the console. Continue the console. And go to project settings and cloud messaging. Scroll down and in web push certificates, click on generate key pair. Alright, here is the key and we'll use it in the next few minutes. Go back to the documents and next we need to use getToken method. And here we use the key for VAPID public key. Alright, scroll down And here is a complete example. Get token and use the key for VAPID public key. And also we need to import get token from firebase messaging. Alright, we've already done get messaging. So now copy this get token. And paste it here. Okay. Now we need to import it. Get token. Get token from firebase messaging. And here for public VAPID key, put the key we generated. Go back to the console and copy the key. And paste it here. Alright. Now here we need a service worker for this get token method. You can also use Firebase's default service worker, but you may face some bugs. Alright, use navigator dot service worker dot register. And here put the path of service worker file. Service worker is a simple JavaScript file. Create a JS file here. Leave it empty for now. We'll add code later. And put it here. Alright. Well, get token must be executed after the service worker is registered. So here use then and get the service worker registration. And put this inside it. Cut it. And paste it here. Alright. Now use this registration here. Here define service worker registration. And use this here. Alright. And note that here the first letter of the service worker registration must be lowercase. Alright, here after executing get token, then it gives a token. And here if we have token, we must send it to our backend server. But for now, I just use console log. Console log token is, and put this here. Alright. Well, we're done here. Now let's create the service worker. Save this and go to the service worker. Service worker is actually a script that runs in the background, and one of its features is to receive and display push notifications. First, create a listener for push to receive notifications. And get the event. Alright. Here I create a variable notif and use this event dot data dot JSON method dot notification. Next, show notifications using self.registration dot show notification. Alright, here use this notif dot title for the notification title. And here we can add more options. Create an object, define body for the notification body. Use notif.body. And also we can define icon. For the icon, use notif.image. And also here we can have data. This data belongs to this notification and we can use it later. So within it, I define URL for when the user clicks on the notification. Use notif.click_action. Firebase use click_action to send URLs for notifications. And finally, we need to put this on event.waitUntil to ensure the service worker stays active during asynchronous tasks. Alright, next create another listener for when the notification is clicked. Use self.addEventListener, notification, click. Get the event. Alright. And to open URLs, use clients.openWindow and use this event dot notification. Now use the data dot URL. Alright. And finally put it on event.waitUntil. Alright. Our service worker is ready. Save it and let's check it. Alright. First open DevTools and go to console and refresh the page. Alright, it asks the user to allow showing notifications, and if the user allows, it will generate a token. This token is specific to this browser, and now we can send push notifications to it. In a real-world app, you would typically save this token on your backend server, but here I just logged it in console. Now let's send a test push notification to this token. Go back to the console and go to all products and look for cloud messaging. Alright. Create your first campaign and Firebase notification messages and create. Alright, here we can send test message. Enter a title for the message and text or body. And here enter an image URL or upload it. Let's find an image. Alright. And copy image address and paste it here. It's a PNG file and notification name is optional. And here you can see a preview on Android and iOS. Alright, click on send, and here we need the registration token. Go back to the HTML page, and here is the token. Copy it and paste it here and add it. And click on test. Alright, it works. And here is the notification icon, title, and body. And if I click on it, it opens a window, localhost FCM, and here you see undefined. That's because we didn't define any link for it, because we sent it from the test section, and I will show you how to define a link for it in the next few minutes. And it also works even if our page is closed. Alright, let me change this and this. And send. This is the token we just used. Test, and done. It works. Well, so far we've sent push notifications using the Firebase console and testing. Now let's use API and PHP to send them. Go back to the documents, and here in receive messages, you can find information on working with API. Go to send request, and alright, to send push notifications using the API, we need to send this JSON, which contains token, title, body, and link to this URL with these headers. Alright, copy it, and I go to the home and create a folder PHP FCM. Alright, open another VS Code here. Alright, create a new PHP file, send.php. And paste the document here, and let me comment it. But I think bear should have an uppercase B. And here we don't need a double slash. Anyway, first let's connect to this URL using curl. Create a variable and curl and add and the URL. Alright. Here we need our project ID. To get the project ID, go back to the console and go to the project settings, and in general tab, here is the project ID. Copy it, and you can also find your project ID in the URL of your console. Paste it here. Alright. Now add these headers to the request. To set headers, use curl underscore set opt. And here we need curl handle. Our curl handle is this variable. And for the second parameter, use curl opt underscore http header. Create an array and paste the headers. Each header is an element of the array. Alright, now for the authorization header, we need an access token. To get the access token in PHP, we need to install the Google Auth package. Open a new terminal and run composer require Google/auth. Alright, first include it here using require and go to the vendor folder and put the autoload.php here. Alright. Next, create a credential object using service account credentials. Here it is. For the first parameter, we need to define a scope. And the scope we need here is firebase messaging. And we have to define it like this. https www.googleapis.com/auth/firebase.messaging. Alright. Next, we need a JSON credential file. To get it, go to the Firebase console. And in the project settings, go to the Service Accounts tab. Scroll down and click on Generate New Private Key. Click on Generate Key. Download the file. I save it next to my PHP file. And rename it to pvkey.json. Alright. Here is the file. And to use it, use file get contents and put it here. And since we need a JSON array here, use JSON decode. And set the second parameter to true because we need an array. Alright. Next, create a variable token and use this credential object and fetch out token method. And here we need an HTTP handler. Use HTTP handler factory from Google Auth and static build method. Alright, now here we can use the token. Use this variable. And this is actually an array. And the token is in the access underscore token key. Next, we need to send this JSON. Copy it. And set another option for the curl opt underscore post fields. And paste the JSON here. Alright, and this is the token that we want to send the notification to it. So go back to our HTML page. Open the console. And copy the token. Let me close this. And paste it here. Alright. But in a real app, we must read this token from a backend database. Alright, here we have title and body. And we can also add an image for the icon. Alright, here we need an image. Copy image address and paste it here. And here we can define a link for when the user clicks on the notification. Next, set the request type to post using curl opt underscore custom request and post. Alright. And finally, curl underscore execute and the curl handle. Put the result in a variable response and close the curl connection using curl underscore close and the curl handle. And echo the response. Alright, save it and let's run it. PHP send.php. Alright, it works. Here is the response and here is the notification. And if I click on it, it opens the link we defined. And you can see more send methods in the documents. Send to multiple devices, send to groups, and others. And the links to the source code of the HTML and JavaScript page and the PHP project are in the caption.